Hey Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, and welcome to your August 2023 tarot reading. I hope that you all enjoy. So I haven't really been like giving pre-downloads, but you guys got the Seven of Swords. Sneaky, lying, cheating, manipulative energy is around you, so just be mindful. Do some protection work during this time. I want to see if it's relevant to the rest of the message. Yeah, there's going to be some truths that come in. And I also feel like some clarity when it comes to your endeavors that maybe you just began within the last year or so. With the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands, I feel like there's a passion that you have in life and whatever it is that you do that I feel like is being challenged by a lot of authority. It could even feel like it's almost invisible, like an energy or something that is out of your control that may have been affecting you. I also feel like it's making you a little bit defensive when it comes to whatever it is that you do. Some of you guys might be really defensive over a fire sign that you're connected with. A Sagittarius, Leo, Aries here, but I'm also getting that there's something that's coming through with like youth. Okay, you could be really defensive when it comes to your stature in someone's life. I'm picking up in the first week of August, even in the second and third week. Could have something to do with children. King of Pentacles and the Sun in the reverse. You guys, it feels like you guys are getting huge stability where you can take care of yourself easily, but you're very stable when it comes to endeavors where I feel like somebody just doesn't want you to be viewed in a positive light with the Sun in the reverse. It's crazy because I'm also picking up here that somebody wants you to be disappointed when it comes to a work matter or endeavor, or something that you're working towards. I feel like this is something that you've invested in. I feel like you might have even invested more than another person has in a situation here, Libra. But I feel like with this Leo energy, there's somebody heavily intimidated by you, but I feel like it's because of your stature, it's because of your position and work. You could be definitely getting recognized. This is someone, I don't even feel like this is the energy of someone receiving a promotion. This feels like you are the boss. You could be promoting someone else during this time, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like a position where people didn't want you to have, okay? Like it just really feels like somebody was not working in your favor. Some of y'all might be up for a promotion, don't know it, and find out like maybe someone wasn't on your side or wasn't recommending you, possibly saying that you weren't ready yet, that you had more to learn when you're actually teaching others on this journey that you're a part of, you guys, with the Hermit here, Virgo energy. I feel like somebody doesn't want to see your strengths as well, you guys, okay? I feel like somebody is actually a little bit attracted to you, and so they're trying to hinder your work to some degree. It's like, how can this person be attractive, a hard worker, have good ethics and morals? But I feel like you're unattainable to this person. There might be a huge age difference between you guys, and that's why this person knows like they'll never be able to meet your standards or something like that. But I really feel like there's somebody really intimidated. And I also feel like if you were to get something, you would be taken away from this person on a daily, and you're like their eye candy, okay, with the Knight of Cups. I'm also getting here that there's offers of love that's coming in, possibly from a water sign or earth sign here, but I feel like a lot of people might be trying you during this time because there's something about your relationship being hidden or not being exposed with the Sun in the reverse. This could also be people finding your partner or counterpart very attractive too. Maybe some people challenging you there with the Page of Pentacles. Some of y'all could be connected to a Taurus or a Capricorn. Virgo's here too. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you appear to be single and independent, but there is something that you are working towards here, okay? And I also feel like some of you guys are just too focused on your business, your work, especially if you're an entrepreneur. I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody who's trying to distract you a little bit, but it's because of the energy that you're in. You are in an abundant energy with all of these pentacles around you, okay? So off rip, people are going to find you mad attractive because I feel like how you've been investing in yourself, it definitely shows like new hairstyles, clothing, materialism is definitely a big reasoning why people find you very interesting and attractive off rip. People can tell that you take time to invest in yourself. But this is also talking about like cleanliness. This is talking about somebody who focuses on their health, exercising, maybe investing in themselves in some way, shape, or form is going to be significant to you this month, Libra. But a lot of y'all are going to be getting called out too. So just be mindful of who I'm talking to. Some of y'all are going to be getting called out by the divine. This is just a way of acknowledging that maybe you need to take care of your health a little bit more, your diet a little bit more, maybe focus on where your spending habits are, focusing on saving or choosing to invest in wiser things. I'm also seeing that in this way, if you start to invest your money wisely, maybe some of you guys are choosing to like invest in an accountant or a savings or some sort, something like that. I feel like your life is going to be changing in the next 2 to 3 years, where you might, if you were to come back to this same reading, you would be very surprised at how far you've come, is what I'm saying. And you're already in the King of Pentacles energy. So I do feel like I'm talking to someone here who will eventually be a multi-millionaire or somebody with a lot of businesses here, okay? Just in the energy. And I also feel like with this Five of Wands, it makes perfect sense, especially when it comes to people who are very jealous, envious, and manipulative in your energy. You might struggle as you become more successful with people making things obstacles for you, making things difficult. Also, people intentionally trying to deceive you or your work ethic here. I'm seeing that somebody, you might, like I said, wind up being a multimillionaire if you're not already. And what happens is I'm seeing that there's people who might try to create lawsuits over petty matters so that you can settle outside of court. I'm telling you this now because this is their intention. 5 years, 7 years down the line, even if, 5 years, 7 years down the line, even from this reading, you guys, I'm picking up here that some of you guys are going to be getting people who know your value, your net worth to a degree, you guys. There seems to be somebody who's finding out information that they're not supposed to know about, who's going to try to use it against you and manipulate you and have you worried and in strife for about 9 months or so, 5 to 9 months or so. And I feel like you're going to be feeling extremely liberated. Some of y'all are coming out of this energy that I'm picking up on, feeling like relieved, feeling like your reputation is clear again, and feeling like you can start over or start a new page or pick up the pieces wherever you left off in your life to, begin again is also what I'm picking up too. I'm also seeing some of you guys have been worried about like energetic battles that maybe you've been dealing with or situations you've been suffering with. What's this Five of Wands? Four of Cups. This could even be things that you don't tell others about, even if they ask you. There could be an earth sign that's maybe curious about this side of you this month. They really care though, that's the thing. Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me, Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I feel like somebody that you're really invested in might be wanting to know like what you're suffering through too. I feel like you could be getting a lot of havoc at work. It doesn't feel like people necessarily have a problem with you, but it feels like a heavier workload, you guys. It feels like a lot of people fighting for your attention with unresolved matters that they may have in their own personal life. You could be a representative of some sort. You could be somebody who does maintenance for people with the Seven of Pentacles. You could be somebody who somebody could be like a researcher, a detective of some sort, a truth seeker as well, a personal fitness trainer or just a trainer of some sort in general here. I feel like there's something that you do that influences other people where there's a sense of persuasion, where your energy feels like people aren't outright aggressive towards you, but they're aggressive to get in their situation accomplished so that they can then leave you alone again. It feels like the energy of you having to separate yourself and recognize that people aren't using you, that you do have something of value that people really do care about, but they're in such stressful situations, not recognizing that you're a human being, because I'm not going to justify it. I don't know, you know, who these people are exactly to tell you. But on an overall general level here, it seems like what you need to remember and be mindful of, and what you kind of need to detach from, is that people are not arguing with you. They are on the same team as you, it feels like, but they ultimately feel like their life is affected by something, okay? And that's why they're so invested. And I feel like, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, if you're dealing with people's things or belongings during this time, there's going to be an energy of people like perked up, and it has nothing to do with you guys. Especially, I'm getting like, if you're a deliverer here and like somebody's lights might turn on, they might scare the shit out you. Excuse my language. I feel somebody really get scared, okay? But, you know, you might notice like people being very on top of things, and it kind of puts you in a nervous energy, if you will, or people kind of being over your shoulder this month. All right, be mindful of that towards the end of the month, and just know that it's the energy. It's not you. You're not doing anything wrong, and nobody's holding anything against you guys. You might be feeling this way. There seems to be this influence of like the negative thoughts and energy that might be burdening you overall, and it has you unsure of your influence in the world. But like I said, people seem to really care about you. They view you as family here, but I just feel like there's challenges where people become desensitized to others who are in like this working energy or position, trying to help them resolve their matters, okay? I will also tell you, like, for those of you who feel like you naturally, you have like multiple personalities, and maybe you have one where like you can turn up in your private life. You can definitely snap on people, or if something becomes too burdensome and you're getting too many people causing you problems, you can become explosive. I would definitely say the third to last week of the month, be very, very mindful. Try to stay meditated. It's really not you, it's just the energy, you guys. Don't be so aggressive. But I do see you're going to be in this Virgo energy a lot, of really having to take a step back. A lot of you, if you have Virgo in your chart, you might want to check that reading, because those messages keep coming out, and I don't want to repeat a reading. So let's go ahead and see what the cards of advice are telling my Libras this month. Give. They want you to be compassionate too, is what I'm picking up on. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. I'm seeing where a Libran energy is going to be given to this month as well. So this feels like one of those things, the gift that keeps on giving here. You want to make sure that your mentality when it comes to giving is not distorted. Now, if you notice that you have been an overgiver or a nurturer to a specific situation that isn't bringing you happiness, might even be preventing your success or from you receiving positive outcomes in your life, like sustainability here, you need to give more to yourself and feed more into things that you are invested in, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles over it. It makes perfect sense why some of you guys might be a little bit torn too, especially if you feel like there's a lot of situations where it's ineffective, or like, let's say your work isn't really paying out for how much stress that it brings you. You guys, I'm not going to tell you to stay in something that's going to keep you unhappy, but this is for situations where you're passionate about them. You know, you just need to understand where the energy is coming from. But if it's worse than that, I would definitely consider other options here, because I feel like there's going to be something given to you, because it could even be a break. You know, sometimes we need like a week where maybe we leave a job, we kind of need to take a rest, and then we'll go out there and see what else is out there for us. I wouldn't encourage you to necessarily quit without having a backup plan, you guys, but I am seeing somebody who really does need a true break or liberation from a lot of aggressive energy that they have been around. And being honest with yourself seems to be the number one thing that's going to start this, and actually staying true to yourself and what you've been seeing energetically when it comes to yourself on a personal level, okay? Remember, these are general readings, all right? So that's why I'm picking that energy up. There's also someone who's like reliving the memory of you, but I feel like they're not even ready to come in to tell you this. I was just channeling, okay? Pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot? Even just a little bit. Maybe you need to be a little bit less defensive as well, okay? Where you're in that Seven of Wands energy, let me see if you need to be defensive during that time, because that's very important. Timing is an issue with you guys with all of these swords here. You got big swords, so timing is key. So at the beginning of the month here, you will need to be defensive. But I feel like there's going to be a swift change that comes in with the Strength, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. It could be a situation involving a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in specific, that you might have to like rearrange something. The dates of something is coming through as being very significant or important. I'm also picking up here that the travel, the means in which you get somewhere might change, and you might need to be more open to that too. But on a bigger level, I'm seeing dates for a huge event change suddenly. This could be affected by the weather. This could be affected by a huge event that happens that kind of affects situations. Maybe an event that you were going to, it might get rescheduled or canceled because of something important that happens to someone. It's a big event, okay? So just be mindful of that. I'm picking up on. But yeah, you'll be happier and more emotionally stabilized by whatever this transformation is, because your overall energy winds up being the Queen of Cups when it comes to that pivot energy. So just know, take it easy during this time, you know, practice going with the flow. I feel like it'll be something where you will recognize that you need to take a step back. But also when it comes to people who are attempting to hinder you in any way, shape, or form, or bring blockages in your life, you're going to see where their plans are stopped. People are not going to listen to them. I'm also getting just a real random message. Somebody who was going against you might get demoted during this month or terminated, all right? But yeah, that just came to the surface, so I wanted to get that out there for you guys. So that was your message, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed, that it resonated with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have your energy here for next month's readings. Don't forget to check your other placements. I will talk to you next time. Bye.